Hello and welcome back. I'm Kiwi Stars and I've actually been trying to get commissions and it's not really working. So if you want a commission, maybe you should check out my socials and text me there, DM me there. Anyways, I realized that what usually works is if you use something specific. So I was like, what can I do that's specific? Chibi. I both want to learn to draw chibi and I also just want to it's also faster, it's easy. I'm also already a fast artist, so just I think I could maybe make bank if that happened. So I was like, okay, let me draw. So I've been trying to draw some chibi fan art for a while. So then a few weeks ago, I drew these two chibi fan art thingies. So that's what you're going to see today. So I had started with trying out different chibi and anime because you can do so much. There's so many different options. You can do tiny arms, big body, pretty big body that's still chibi. Take a shot every time I say big or tiny. Big feet and small. You know what I mean? You can just do so much. So I was just trying different options. But I'm probably not going to limit myself. It's probably just going to depend on what the illustration is. And also if I do get commissions, it will also just if my client has it will I guess depend on the character they choose, or if the client has a specific want oh, I think this would fit better, or I want this specific kind of chibi anime, I would do that, you know what I mean? I'll just do whatever the client wants, or if they don't have any particular want, I'll just do what I think fits. And also if you're wondering why this is so it's not full screen, it's because
Nobody cares.
I have Pinterest to the side and I'm kind of looking at other artists and their chibi art, and I don't want to show their art without giving credit, but I'm not going to search for credit because there's so much art I just scroll through all the time. So I decided to just cut it off. So unless I have a reference from just the anime of the character I'm drawing, it's going to be cut off because it's probably just art from other artists, which is why it's this small screen, just so you know, in case you were wondering. Also, the first that I did, the first I decided to do, the first character that you're gonna see soon, that one ended up being a little more sketchy compared to the other chibi illustration I draw, which is more line art and more clean. And they're both they're different. I decided the sketchy one is gonna be $40 USD, and then the more cleaner one is gonna be $60 USD. I don't need to see.
Stupid.
Why did I say it like that? You know what I mean? US dollars. Not because I'm American, but because easy to let other people know. So the character is Samura Aegeon from Ace of Diamond, which is a sports anime. I'm actually rewatching all the 3 seasons because season 4 is gonna come out I think in April, which is so exciting. So that's why I'm rewatching it, so I can actually remember and have it fresh in my memory what happened and everything. And I'm so excited because I love that anime. Right now, as I'm recording this audio, I'm on season 2, episode 36 out of 51 episodes, and the season 3 is also 50 episodes or something. They're right now, the plot is they're going to the fall they're trying to win the fall finals to actually get into the nationals, and they just won against some other team, and now they're waiting for who they're gonna meet in the finals, which is either Ichirai or Yakushi. As you can see, I'd already started a sketch and I'm just sketching. This ends up being just a clean sketch, that's what it is, because this becomes just a sketch chibi thing. So that's how the sketch, if you got a sketch commission for me, this is kind of how it would look. And I decided to also yeah, use a reference, because like this screenshot is from like season 1, and it was specifically this situation. So this was like before Sawamura has actually started on Seido, and he was just like the scout Ray. She had like, here, just come check out our school for one day. So he did, and then he saw Asuma, and they got into an argument, and they were like, okay, fine, let's take care of it like baseball players, and they decided to, you know, play. So Sawamura pitches, and Asuma was gonna be at the batter and, you know, hit his pitch, and that's how they started. Like, it was an argument, and then now Asuma is back after he has graduated, and he's like just here to like see everybody's improvements, see how everybody's doing everything, because they just like, I don't know, they just won. Probably they were in a happy mood, so I think they just won. And they had an argument, they were still not getting along, and they were arguing whatever, and then Miyuki is like, you know, Sama is actually kind of good, like he compliments him, and then they're both so surprised, and they're like both like, what did you say? Which you can see in the screenshot, which is just so cute. Like, just he is cute, like he's like his blush and everything, like it's so cute. And he's just like, oh my god, I got a compliment, because like Sawamura, because he's already so confident in himself, everybody kind of like, it's like, don't get a big ego, and like every time he does a good thing, they're like, good, but like don't get a big ego, okay, don't let it get to your head, that was just a fluke. Like it's so funny. It's so funny. And I just thought this screenshot was so freaking cute. And I was like, oh my god, I could use that for this chibi thing, because I was like, what should I draw though? Like, I wanted to draw him because I love him, he's my favorite character, but I didn't know what exactly. So I was like, oh my god, this cute screenshot I took of him, and I did, and that's what you're seeing right now. Also, going back to the anime, I do recommend the anime, because like I love just sports animes, and like I know some people are like, ugh, I don't like sports animes, but like, give it a chance, you know what I mean? I can get why, because it's very overdramatic, but that's what's fun about it to me, because it's like, it's kind of like, if you like shonen anime, I feel like you would like it, because it's like, it's kind of like the same thing where it's like battles and fight, and like not fighting, but you know what I mean, but like battles and working hard to get better and getting stronger, and it's the same setup of getting better and fights and all that, but it's just sports instead, and more like real life. And also like, it's also fun because it is more realistic, in quotation marks. You can have like the setbacks that characters have, or like even like the pros and the cons that the characters have, or just IRL stuff that would either be a good thing or a bad thing in whatever sport they're playing, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun too. For example, I got examples. For example, Haikyuu, Hinata, the main character from Haikyuu, he's tiny, that's his problem, but he jumps super freaking high, so it kind of like, it's like, yeah, he's short, which is bad, but then he can jump super freaking high, which takes it away, or it's like balances it out, you know what I mean? And it's like, you could like, you could even like see yourself in him and be like, oh my god, I'm short too, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just fun. And then with Ace of Diamond, it's Asian, he has flexible ass shoulders, which is just like, okay, that's a fun fact, but then he can use that, because then when he's pitching and you're batting against him, like everybody always are like, oh my god, I can't see his arm, where's his arm? It's hidden behind his whole fucking body, because he's so fucking flexible in his shoulders, and so it makes it hard to know when the timing and when the ball's gonna come, because it's like, what the hell, I can't see it, what the hell. Anyways, I just love it. It's just like fun stuff like that, instead of like that makes it more like, oh, you can actually like understand it, than just like having a magic system from a shonen anime where you have to understand if they're strong or not. Because like with magical systems, I think that's also why in shonen anime, those like dude bros who watch shonen anime are also so into power scaling, because you can actually argue about it and like compare different situations, because it's a magic system. You can't really, it's usually not as simple as just, I'm on level 2 and I'm on, you know what I mean? They could be. For example, JJK has that. They have grades like grade 4, grade 1, special grade, or whatever. But I still feel like but that doesn't work on everything. Because in some situations, oh, but this one, like, yeah, I'm not as strong as you, like grade 4 or whatever. But in this specific situation, I could have an advantage because of this, my specific technique to myself. Which is, that's how it muddies up. Like that's how it gets like muddy. in that way where you can't really see it, versus like sports anime where you can just you can understand it realistically, because it's like, okay, yeah, he got good base for like being a good pitcher because of his flexible shoulder and all that stuff, but then he also needs to get better at control. His pitch isn't that fast or strong, stuff like that, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's just like easier to understand, and you can like, and you also get to then see them come to these milestones, like, oh, he realized he can do this, or oh, he gotten better at this because he worked so hard and he got better stamina now, or he like knows how to do this new pitch, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just like, if you like shonen anime, I think you're gonna like sports anime, and I think you should give Base of Diamond a chance because it's great, it's funny, it's just amazing, really. Also great animation, because especially like you'll see pictures and they will have such like oomph to them sometimes where it's such a big thing, and it's like, whoa, that was amazing, and it's gonna get you hyped. And also the music is also gonna get you hyped, and like, oh my god, the music is so great. I love the music too. I have it on my playlist because I like it so much, because it's great, both the openings, some endings, the actual music they have in universe, the music that they have for the like, because they're schools, so they have like their chants, and then the public, the audience is what I meant. The audience will then like chant their chant, and it's just so fun. There is one that they have that is amazing that I have on my playlist, and it's so good. And like, I know in the anime they usually do it for like big moments, for like the captain or the cleanup hitter or whatever else, you know, it's like those. And they were doing it for Miyuki, and it's apparently also his theme, which I didn't know, but yeah. But they did it for him, they usually do, and like he sang along, because he knows it, and it was like, I don't know, it's just such a cute but also kind of thing to do. I decided to insert a clip to like show you. With like, I didn't even realize that, but the actual song on my playlist also had that. It was just like one tiny little line where it's the voice actor of Miyuki also singing along just one tiny little line or something, and I was like, whoa. It was just a fun little thing I noticed that I didn't realize. And I glazed the anime enough, and I'm gonna talk about Samura Agent. I love him. He's probably my favorite character, and like, I think that's like, every time I like a main character, like, just know that the anime is crazy for making me like the main character, because I feel like most main characters, like, yeah, either they can be, there's like 3 categories. They're the main character, of course I like them, but they're not my personal favorite. They're a good main character, and it makes sense why they're the main character, but I don't actually care about them. And then, actually there's 4, and then there's the main character I actually do like, which never happens, but if I do like the character, like if the main character is my favorite character, that's crazy, because that usually doesn't happen. Because why would I care about the main character when I have side characters who, because like the main character gets so much attention, it can be too much, so they really gotta be like the perfect person, or like the perfect character to like and enjoy all the time, because they get so much attention all the time. And then there's the other 2 types where it's like you either, or it's just, okay, they're the main character, but I don't care about them, like I just literally do not care about them at all. And there's this one where you hate the main character, and it's like, damn, get off my fucking screen right now, you know what I mean? And like, I feel like most main characters are just like, yeah, meh, and then some, it's like, I love them. And Samura is one where I love the main character, like, I don't know, it's just, he's so charismatic in his way, because he's like very loud and hyper, but like not in an annoying way, and he does funny stuff, you know what I mean? Like, he's funny when he's being like annoying to the team, quotation marks. He's not actually being annoying, he's actually pretty fucking funny, and especially also when he does actually bond with the team and they match and they like copy each other and stuff. Like, it's, I don't know, he's just so cute. Okay, like, it's just so charming and cute, and it's just like amazing. And yeah, and he's literally like my son. Like, I literally feel paternal for him. I see him achieve stuff, I'm like, oh my god, I love him. And then I'm like, I see him being sad, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself, because he's just so, yeah, just know it's crazy that I like him. I'm trying to think of any other main character that I like that, and like, it's like Not many. Not as much as I like him personally. Like, he's quite literally my favorite character. But enough out of me yapping about Ace of Diamond. Now it's time for One Piece, and the other guy I'm drawing is Zoro. He's my favorite character. I love him. His chibi art illustration is a cleaner line art. So that would be that part. Like, it's either the sketchy chibi or the more clean and fully rendered chibi. Anyways, One Piece. I'm on Whole Cake Island right now, and I started watching like a year ago, so it's been a year. And I like the first half of 2025 I was binge watching because I didn't have much else to do. I was unemployed and I had nothing, so that was all I was doing. And then I lost some steam, but I'm back on it, kind of. Anyways, I decided to, of course, draw pre-time skip Zoro because I love his design. I love his tan. I love his minty green hair. Like, it just works so much. It's so pretty, and it works together harmoniously, and it's just pretty. Like, I'm sorry, but first of all, him seeing pale Zoro is like a slap to the face. That's not my man. And also his green hair. Like, the green they have right now, it's like radioactive green. I like the green. I just don't like it for his hair color. I like the green as a color on itself. I don't like it as Zoro's hair color of all things. So, you know, let's go back, please. It's the same with the art style, really. Like, pre-time skip, I love that art style. It's so pretty. And yes, it did evolve a bit throughout the arcs, but I still liked it. It still had its charm. And then I got to post-time skip, and oh my god, I hate the art style. I know that, like, is it called Wano? Yeah, in Wano's arc, I've seen the clips I've seen from it because I'm not there yet. It's a different art style. It's a bit thicker line art. It's a different art style, which looks better, not gonna lie. And then same with like Egghead and Fan Letter. That art style is so freaking pretty. Yes, everybody's whitewashed, but ignoring whitewashing, the actual art style, just in it of itself and the animation and everything, is beautiful. But what we have right now, Fishman Island and Dressrosa, and now Whole Cake Island, I'm sorry, both the fuck is the animation and the art style is so ugly. Sorry, I have to say it. It's just my personal opinion, okay? Because like the animation is mostly stiff, and like I'm trying to think if they ever try to, if it's ever not stiff, and I don't think so. It's stiff the whole time, never fluid. And then the actual art style is also just so freaking ugly. I look at it, I'm like, oh god, you should be happy I care about these characters, because I would have dropped it otherwise, because it's so ugly and it matters a lot to me, okay? But then I'm like, okay, Fishman Island really tested me, because oh my god, that was an awful arc. When I first watched it, I hadn't heard anything about it, and they had hyped it up to like, oh, go to Fishman Island, whoa, finally. And then I watch it and I'm like, what is this arc? Why is this so much worse? Quite literally, why was the writing and everything just so boring and bad? And I was like, what is happening? And then I searched it up and I was like, okay, yeah, people are agreeing with me, I'm not crazy. But then, you know, I got to what the fuck is it called? Punk Hazard. And I was like, okay, we're getting back into it, especially with Law showing up. I was like, oh my god. I had been so excited to meet Law because I was just so interested in him and I wanted to know more. And also, like, yeah, and I had already, like, kind of biased myself to liking him. It's the same with Zoro. Before I even started watching One Piece, I still knew that Zoro was gonna be my favorite character, just based on how he looks. And then the same thing happened to Law. Like, I already picked them before I even met them in the anime. But we got to Law and I was like, finally, we get there. It was beautiful. Even if the art style's mad, it's like, whatever. I'll get to see Law, so I'm all happy. And then same thing with Dressrosa, and then I got to know more, and I was like, okay, that was what keeping me, especially because the pacing was shit. But that's when I was like, okay, One Piece is gonna save me. And like, don't judge me, because like, oh my god. Like, the fucking pacing, guys. Like, I've seen some people judging people for watching One Piece, but like, can you blame them? And then I saw something, like a tweet or something that was talking about how, like, if you're gonna watch One Piece, you should watch it from like Fishman Island to the beginning of Wano, and then you can like start watching the actual anime. Which, like, yeah, because apparently One Piece, in like, I don't know if it was Egghead or Fan Letter, is one of, I don't know, I don't know. I think it was Egghead. They cut off like it was a part of the anime, which it was anime only, but it was so pretty and it was so like it built emotion, and they just cut it off, and I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's not it. Like the pacing issues, yes, fix them, but like don't cut off. Like if it's an anime ad, then sure, like then depending on if it matters or not. But like if it was so beautiful and so meaningful and had so much emotion, why would you take it away? Like it actually caught me off guard that they would do that. So I'm probably just gonna listen to that one comment and just watch it until like maybe Wano, maybe even I don't know if the beginning, but until Wano. Until I'm done with Whole Cake Island, and then I'll start watching actual One Piece and not One Piece. But it's just because like, oh my god, the fucking pacing, dude. Like, oh my god, 5 minutes of a guy running around, like I'm not watching that. No, 15 minutes, one episode of just a guy running around. Like I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? So I don't know why people are judging. If anything, at that point maybe I should read the manga. You know what, every once in a while I am like, what if I just started reading the manga? Because like the things I hear when it's like, oh, this was just one page of the whole manga, and then it's like 2 episodes in anime. It's like, hello, are we serious? So, you know, I'm gonna use One Piece when needed. So please don't judge me. Thank you. Okay, also, I wish going back to Zoro, because I'm drawing him, I wish that post-time skip we got a little bit more, just softer side of everybody, but also Zoro, but also like just everybody of the Straw Hats. Because like I feel like pre-time skip we got like multiple small moments of the characters just caring for each other, or just talking talking about mundane things, or like kind of being in a mundane natural environment. You know what I mean? Like now I feel like post time skip it's just like battle after battle, like we can never just chill. Actually, now I think about it, that could also be because there's no filler. Wait, is there filler? Actually, I can't say. I don't know if there is filler, because I'm using One Piece, so I don't actually know. But yeah, I just feel like it's more just like battle after battle. It's like, oh, this is serious, and like I get it, it's becoming more serious, which I like that aspect of just seeing more of the world, seeing what everybody's plan is, everything, all that. But also I want some more moments between everybody. Please, it's my family. I want to know. I feel like maybe Whole Cake Island is gonna help a little bit with that, at least specifically for Sanji and Luffy and Nami, but especially Sanji. Like here we get a little bit more of that vulnerable stuff, and like a little more, you know what I mean? Like a little bit more like more personal bonds and stuff than just plot. So yeah, so and they always involve it, but I feel like it's less personal, or like less, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just, I hope you know what I mean. Like for example, one thing I can't think of is that people are talking about how like if Ines Lobby, is that how we said it? That's how I said it, so I hope that's how we said it. If it was written today, only the Monster Trio would have like come and save Robin and nobody else. And I feel like that's one problem, where it's like instead of all the Straw Hats getting to do different things that all help with a big plan or whatever, it's instead just the Monster Trio fighting, and everybody else are just like to the side doing their own little bullshit or doing nothing at all. And it's like, I wish they got to do something. I don't know if, because I haven't finished Whole Cake Island, but I can already think of like how Chopper and what's the buddy called? I don't know. We're just stuck in that fuck-ass mirror for however long, and I was like, oh my god, like I don't care. Why do we check up on them if they're just still stuck in the mirror? Like, why do I care? Like, it's pisses me off. Also Whole Cake Island is kind of giving like Alice in Wonderland, that vibe, which probably on purpose, but I wish we could do like more of it, or maybe it will become more. Again, I haven't finished Whole Cake Island, don't spoil, so I don't know. Maybe I'm being stupid. Maybe I will see it or something. I don't know. So never mind. But yeah. you're gonna see a bit of a struggle with me shading Zoro's pecs, which I love, because I drew it, but then I accidentally did a tiny little smudge. I had to like redo it all again, but yeah, I just enjoy it. I think it's funny though, because it's like chibi, you're supposed to simplify things, and then but gotta add a shadow because it's a big part of his design, guys, which I also love. Yes. Going back to the things that I've heard also that, like, for example, in the manga, there's also like problems with like the whole like nobody gets to do anything thing, because like they're in okay, yeah, like I said, Elbaf. I heard that Usopp didn't get to do anything, which, like the whole thing is that he wants to be a brave brave warrior of the sea, and he's like, oh my god, these are warriors, I want to be like them. It's like, and you didn't let him do anything. Like, do they not matter anymore? Like, the thing is, like, oh my god, like, it's like Oda has forgotten that his characters should still evolve beyond like just getting a power upgrade. Like, they should evolve as people. They should evolve and get closer to their like to their wants and needs and goals in life. Like, quite literally, when's the last time you've seen Nami like the fuck is it called? Pick up a pencil and draw a map and like pay attention to her. You know what I mean? Like, she wanted to make a whole ass map of the world. What happened to that? Where's that? Gone. Like, it feels like Oda's just forgotten what everybody wanted. Except like I feel like he forgot about Sanji and Usopp and Nami's goal. I feel like he forgot Chopper's goal. Like, I don't know, actually. Yeah, like that's what I feel like. So, you know, very sad, because that was such a big part of it's such a big part of their characters, and to just ignore that all the time now is stupid. And like, I get they have other things to do, but like, even just a little hint to like Nami being like, ooh, let me just take a note of this, like this island. You know what I mean? Like, even just that would just it would just help. Would just make, you know what I mean? It would just make it better, because it's like, yeah, they have other stuff to focus on, but they didn't freaking forget, at least. Especially Nami, because you gotta like pay attention to all the islands they go to. Like, hello? Like, is she gonna go back? I don't think so. Like, hello? Actually, you know how Procreate doesn't have like outline thing? My friend came up with this like, or at least he showed me this way to like get a outline on your stuff, which is what I used to do for these earrings, because like it's like I have to do all these fuck ass hacks because I said facts because Procreate doesn't have it. It's like I am so comfortable and used to Procreate, but I kind of want to like do the others, like Clip Studio Paint. I want to try it, but also it costs money, and unless I get a job, I'm not gonna fucking do with that yet. But there is Krita, which I do have, because I do have like a I have like a tablet, so I could connect it to my MacBook, and then I have tried it before. It's just kind of like, because it's such a learning curve, it's like like I don't wanna, like I just want to know, I don't want to have to learn something new, but I should lock in and do it, so you know, bully me into it or something, I don't know. But yeah, also different topic now, back to One Piece. One Piece live action, I watched it, and like I feel like this is just me talking about it a little bit quick. I feel like most of the characters of the Straw Hats are like mellowed out, or like, which like it makes sense in like the way they're over dramatic, because like you can't be as over dramatic on a TV show as like a live action TV show versus like animation. Like that would be stupid. It would be silly. But I feel like we could make a bit, just a little bit, and also I feel like most of their like messy streaks of their personality has also been like mellowed out. Like Sanji, why is he just like a guy? Like he's just kind of, he's a bit too chill. I want him to be a bit more angry. Like he has a temper, and like I want him to be a bit more flowery with his like bit towards women. I'm like, I want him to be normal, but like just a bit more like, oh, here you go, and then like some stupid nickname or something, or like I don't know, maybe giving flowers a lot, you know, me just up it a little bit, and then make him a little bit more angry, or like easier to get angry and riled up, you know what I mean? And like Nami, for example, when she had to be convinced by Sanji that to go shopping, like she was like kind of on the fence when going to Loketown or not, and then Sanji was like, don't you want to shop? And she's like, I kind of want to shop, which like I feel like Nami would have just been like, no, I want to go, I want to shop, like I need to get new clothes, you know what I mean? It was just a bit like, it's a bit more chill in that way, which I'm like, I guess, but also like, you know, like it's One Piece, let's get a little dramatic, let's get a little more oomph to it. Zoro, they did a good thing, because in season 1 they had made him what he was in post-time skip, where he's just like mostly serious and mostly like stoic and stuff, and doesn't show as much of his goofy side as usual. But they did that, but in season 1, which like in season 1, like in the beginning of One Piece, Zoro was the goofiest he had been, and then Mihawk happened and he was a bit more serious, but he was still goofy, and then post-time skip happened and he was even less goofy, you know what I mean? But they just took post-time skip Zoro and put him in the beginning of One Piece with season 1, and I was so like sad about that, because I was like, what the hell? This is not the Zoro it should be. This is not my Zoro, because he was just too serious, and I was like, that's boring. And I think everybody complained about it. There was a lot of complaints, I think. So I think they heard that, and they were like, okay, let's fix it. So they did. So they gave him more goofy, like, give him a few more goofy things to do, and like he was goofier this season, and I love that. It was amazing, actually. Very charming, very beautiful. Also, this has nothing to do with anything. This is just like the fact that I just remembered. I know that like Zoro, most of the guys don't really have actual eye colors, because they just have black dots as their eyes. But when they are drawn, there has been a few where Zoro's eyes have been drawn with a color, and it's been like gray or red, which is so boring, by the way. I hate it. My headcanon is that he has brown eyes, and with the actor, I think his name's McKenna, I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it, he has brown eyes, brown, big, beautiful eyes, and I saw it on screen, I was like, oh my god, wait, that is so perfect, because that's literally how I envisioned Zoro, with big, beautiful brown eyes, because, yeah, So I don't know, it was just a detail I really liked of that, because I'm like, yes, because when in fanfiction, when people were like, oh, his steel gray eyes, I'm like, bro, no, give him big beautiful brown eyes. I don't want him to be more stoic than he already is. Like, he's already written to be super stoic post time skip. Let's give him big beautiful eyes at least. Jesus, you know what I mean? So yeah. And then this was just me doing the like actual like whole illustration thing with the like, oh, this is a chibi commission, you can get a sketchy one or a more rendered one, and then how much it would cost. As you can see here, $40 US and $60 US. Hopefully you want something, or I could just draw normally. It doesn't have to be chibi. I can also just do normal commissions, you know what I mean? Like, I was just doing chibi to have like a more specific thing, because I need money, I'm unemployed, I'm looking for work. It would be nice to be able to get commissions and money on the side, both for myself and to help my family, please. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this speed paint. Hope it was fun and not boring, especially me yapping. I yapped a lot. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed the video. You should tell me your favorite like One Piece character and your favorite Ace of Diamond character if you have one, if you've seen it. Also, you should start watching One Piece and Ace of Diamond. And also, maybe you want to commission me? I don't know, just a thought. Anyways, like and subscribe, follow my socials, and goodbye.